You know, I was having a cup of coffee this morning, looking out of the window, and I couldn't help but think about this quote by Elvis Presley. When things go wrong, don't go with them. We achieved something major at Neural Nest today, and it got me reflecting on how challenging yet rewarding the journey has been till now. We finally secured our Series A funding, man. Imagine, from coding in the dorm rooms of Berkeley to now, scaling our startup. It's like a dream. Sarah and I threw a little celebration with the team today. You remember Sarah, right? My co-founder from Neural Nest. Super smart and straight up indispensable. Honestly, I don't think I could do half of this without her by my side. We've been through thick and thin together, combating startup challenges, scoring some goals, losing a few. It's been a crazy, rewarding ride, and I'm grateful she's with me on this. I was talking to Sam and Rachel too. Sam's trying his luck on salsa. Can you believe it? I had a good laugh when he said it was tougher than any coding problem he's faced, but I get it. In a way, it reminded me of starting Neural Nest. Gosh, it's been a steep curve, but worth every step. And Rach, she's into cooking now, experimenting with some French cuisines. Trust me when I say, I've never gone beyond French fries in that department. Maybe when we all meet up soon, she can surprise us with her culinary skills. Speaking of which, isn't it weird how the simple act of making a meal can also seem like a coding problem at times? Each ingredient plays its part, contributing to the larger picture. When it all comes together, it tastes like success. I think I'm onto a metaphor here. By the way, Sam's going to watch Dune tonight. Sci-fi night for him. I think I'm going to join him later for a quick catch-up while we dive into some other worldly dimensions. Those moments are much needed, man, especially after such busy days juggling responsibilities and tackling stress. Part of me still can't believe we've reached this point. What do you think of that? Give me your perspective on it sometime. You know that moment of revelation when you realize that the world around you is no longer just a dot, but a range of dots connected by diverse lines. Yeah, that's me, man. That's what happened today during my mentoring session with Sung Min. It was like a breakthrough to realize that Neural Nest's dream of becoming global isn't just about making the product available everywhere, but also conversing in the language of our users. So yep, I've set myself a new goal to learn Mandarin. Speaking in their language would mean showing respect to the culture and taking a step towards better communication. You know, as they say, language and culture are intertwined, so the better we know the language, the more deeply we can understand the culture. That's what Neural Nest needs to flourish globally. Kathy, our investor, were quite supportive of this. She believes that this may add a unique flavor to Neural Nest. And lo and behold, the coins dropped. And guess what? Our friends, Sam and Rachel, have pledged to make this journey more fun as well. So, an interesting idea floated around in our chat today about starting a language cooking exchange. As much as I love cooking up code, I guess expanding that love to a kitchen isn't too bad. Though I fear I might just end up cooking jjajangmyeon, my all-time favorite comfort food. I can already imagine Sam throwing some of his salsa moves around the kitchen. Funny, isn't it? But more than the cooking, I'm excited about juggling Mandarin lessons alongside managing Neural Nest. It's going to be a crazy fun journey of learning new things that will eventually lead us to connect with more people. I'm sure there will be plenty of instances when my brain will feel like it's juggling 5 different activities at once. But there's a charm to it, don't you think? You remember how monstrous that first coding project seemed at 15, right? But look at us now. The excitement of solving one problem leads to another, and another. And before we know it, we've built a freaking neural network. I see the same potential in language. Guess what I did today? Decided on a full-blown, authentic 30-day jiu-jitsu challenge with Robert. Talk about motivation and determination. Turns out your friend here is not just about cracking codes, but also cracking this martial arts puzzle. Robert is a beast, man. Incredible strength and skill. Every time I grapple with him, it feels like I'm solving a complex algorithm. Each move meticulously calculated, just like lines of code. I can't even begin to tell you how vastly different but weirdly similar they feel, coding and jiu-jitsu. You know me, always game for a challenge. So far it's going, let's just call it interesting. Some butt-kicking happened. Literally, figuratively, you name it. At this point, I don't really have a count on how many times I've ended up flat on the mat. But you know what they say about getting up every time you fall. It's all a part of the journey. Had an amusing chat with Sam and Rachel today, man. Somehow we ended up amusing ourselves at the idea of applying coding strategies in jiu-jitsu. Led to a hilarious conversation, I tell you. Would be wild if we could run a jiu-jitsu match through Neural Nest and watch the AI grapple in confusion trying to decipher it. Oh yeah, and guess who's planning to attend a movie sequel shoot set? Rachel. Yeah, that French movie Sam's been raving about, Resilience in Chaos. Remember? Well, the sequel's being shot in Paris and Rachel might be visiting the sets. Crazy, isn't it? And now, we're planning a dinner hangout. Sam's salsa, my jajangmyeon, and Rachel's crepes. Yes, the crepes. Told you she's been trying her hand at cooking. Looks like we're in for an international cuisine night. Should be fun. I won't trade these moments for anything, man. These random, light-hearted chats, the crazy ideas that spring from them, the zest for learning new things. They're all small pieces of this grand puzzle called life that somehow make sense when put together.